Good morning, friends. This is the continuation of the stool exercise. In the last lecture, we learned what are the different mounts which is being used for the stool examination. It is normal saline or the iodine mount, and what different type of parasitic eggs or cyst, which mount is better, that I have explained in the last lecture. So, whenever we are examining any stool examination, so we have this thing we have to keep in our mind that the eggs are being basically divided on the basis of bile staining. Bile stained eggs are Ascaris, Taenia, Trichuris, Trichura. Non-bile stained are Encyclostoma. It is also called as the hookworm. Then Echinacea and Tobias vermicularis. So now comes to in the previous lecture we have learned about the what are the bile stained eggs, and now in this we will have the non bile stained eggs. So one is the Encyclostoma, mainly the Encyclostoma duodenale is the species, and its common name is hookworm. Then there is also Necator americanus, and this Encyclostoma, that is the old world hookworm, and this Necator americanus is the new world hookworm. So this is the egg of hookworm, and what you see that it is oval in shape and size is approximate 60 micrometer to 40 micrometer in size, and there is a thin colorless hyaline shell, that is the outer layer, and there is a clear space between the shell as well as within the embryo. So there is a clear space between the shell and the embryo, and this embryo is segmented. So these are called as the blastomeres. Four blastomeres are there. Now this is the another slide where you can identify that there is a clear this colorless hyaline shell is there. You can see the blastomeres. Here it is more segmented, it's not four. So it's not always that you will find four blastomeres, it can be more than that also. This you can see sometimes it is not clearly segmented, part of the embryo will not be visible. So I have added different type of pictures of this hookworm, so that if any type of you will find, you can easily identify it. Now what can be now the questions related to this, if it comes in the exam, what can be asked, that is what is the mode of infection. So we know that hookworm infection is usually by the penetration, that is the skin penetration, and definitive host is humans only, and mainly the disease or the what is the disease caused by this. So mainly they want to know about the iron deficiency anemia, because this worm causes the bleeding. So occult blood can be present in the stool. What type of anemia it causes? Iron deficiency anemia. Then all the other things like eosinophil count will be more, so they will be there. So and then they can ask about the mode of infection. So as it is by skin penetration, so mainly the larva, that is the filariform larva, is an infective stage. Now I have added, there is a also I have added the egg of the ascaris. Sometimes there can be confusion. It can be asked why it is not the egg of ascaris. So I have added both the pics of ascaris as well as hookworm, so that you can easily know what is the difference between these two eggs. So you can easily see main difference is that it is bile stained ascaris or the roundworm egg, whereas the hookworm egg is non-bile stained. Then second thing, the blastomere, the segmented blastomere you can easily see. Then third thing, the ascaris, it has this rugosities on the outer side. There's a, that is albuminous coat is there. So by this you can easily differentiate out between the two eggs. Now comes to another non-bile stained egg, that is of the Echinacea, that is also known as the dwarf tapeworm. So you can see this pic, that is, it is a egg which is oval in shape somewhat, and it has hexacanth embryo. Then there are hooklets. So this is very important. You can see three pairs of hooklets are there within this embryo, and the polar filaments. That is the filaments which are emerging from the polar thickening, known as the polar filaments. So you should know the label diagram of all the eggs which can come in the stool examination. Then you have to identify it and related questions. This you can see, this is the non-bile stained egg, and when you will focus it properly on 40 eggs, then you can easily see the hooklets. Like this you can see hooklets easily seeing in the inner part, that is the adjacent embryo. So in case of this tapeworm, it is a tapeworm, dwarf tapeworm. The mode of infection is by the ingestion of eggs, that is the fecal route is the main route, and definitive host is the human beings. And what can be the symptom? Usually asymptomatic, and if symptom is there, then persistent abdominal pain, headache, dizziness, anorexia or diarrhea. Then comes the another, that is the Enterobius vermicularis, that is also having the non-bile stain. So this plano-convex means that is one side it is round, another side is flattened. And what is the size? That is approximately 50 to 60 micron longitudinally and 20 to 30 micron in the width. And what you can see, that is the coil larva inside this. This is very particular for this, that you can notice the larva within this. It is non-bile stain. And but the main thing that it is also known as like Enterobius vermicularis. What is the alternative name? That is the pinworm or the threadworm. And it is the world's most common helminthic infection in humans. And it is prevalent all across the world. And one thing that is, it's not only common in the lower socioeconomic group, but it's also common in the families of higher socioeconomic groups. And direct to person transmission is very common in this case. Auto infection is very common in this, and the humans are the only host. You can see this is another pic of this Enterobius eggs, that you can see easily this larva present within the egg, and you can easily notice that one side of the egg is flattened. So it is a plano-convex. Human beings are the host. An infective form is the embryonated egg. Especially it inhabits the large bowel, that is mainly the cecal portion. And as I have told you, that is the auto-infection is very common, and that is so. Now, what are the symptoms? That is the itching. That itching is very common in the perianal area, and along with that there can be insomnia, nightmares, nervousness, enuresis in the children. So that could be there. But when we are diagnosing the case of this Enterobius vermicularis infection, usually these eggs are not present in the stool sample. Therefore, this could be asked, because preferably the stool sample is not for this sample for this disease. Mainly NIS swabs and Scotch tapes. That is because this parasite deposit the eggs on the perianal region. So therefore, we prefer NIS swabs or the Scotch tape to take from the perianal area, and that is to be examined. That you can see, these are the plano-convex eggs. Now it's very easy to identify that this is the Enterobius vermicularis or the pinworm. Now have a quick revision. In the next slide, we have few of the eggs, and that you have to identify. So now you can see in this slide, few eggs are there. There is egg of Ascaris, there is egg of hookworm or Encyclostoma, also Trichuris, Echinana, then Enterobius. So that you have to identify. Now this one is the Ascaris. This is a bile stained egg. You can easily see these rugosities, which are the albuminous coat is there, and it is what type of? It is a fertilized egg, because you can easily see that this is a round in shape, and you can easily see the embryonated part, which is, and there is a clear space between the two. Now the next one is, this is the Echinacea. This is not tinea. You can see the hooklet part is there. It is non-bile stained. You cannot, you say radial striations are not present. So it is not tinea, it is Echinacea. Then this egg is the hookworm egg. You can see the clear space between the this hyaline shell and the embryo, and this is non-bile stained. So whatever, whenever you are describing an egg, first say whether it is bile stained egg or non-bile stained egg, and then because it is a bile stained egg, then we have all these eggs which can come in the bile stained egg category. And why you are saying it is hookworm, why you are saying it is guys, so you have to say explanation. For the hookworm, you can see there is a segmented blastomesa there, and which is in favor of hookworm. Then this small one, it is not on the big one, but the small one you can see this is plano-convex in shape, and inside that there is a coil larva. This is Entobius vermicularis. It is also non-bile stained. Then this one is the Trichuris trichura. It is bile stained, and the mucus plug. There is a single point which you can identify at the end, at the both the pole ends. There is the mucus plug which is of Trichuris trichura. So that's all. Hope you must have learned, and there must not be any confusion. I have tried my best to clear any doubt regarding this bile stained egg, non-bile stained egg. And in the next lecture, I will try to cover the cyst, Giardia cyst, Entamoeba histolytica cyst, because they also come in the stool examination. Thank you.